If you just got a French Bulldog, you might be watching this trying to figure out, what is it like having a French Bulldog for the first time. He's been chewing everything. He's been chewing my shoes. He's been chewing my bag. They'll probably end up having diarrhea. Some of the things you need to look out for when you first get your French Bulldog. Number one. All right, y'all. Zeke is like hiding from the camera. I've been running around all day with this guy. I made it over here to Pet Supermarket. I want to buy him a chew toy because he's finding everything to chew on. Anything and everything to chew on. He's so small, so cute. He's been chewing everything. He's been chewing my shoes. He's been chewing my bag. He's been chewing the leash, anything he can get his hands on. So I know he's teething. So I'm gonna find him something natural to chew on. I went to Walmart for a chew toy, and in Walmart all they had was like plastic chew toys, plastic and like just things I wouldn't want him to swallow, to be real. So yeah, let's find him something natural like a deer antler or something like that. I'm gonna try to let him walk around a little bit. This is his first time in Pet Supermarket. And then I want to get into a little bit of what it's like your first week with a Frenchie, because I tell you, it's gonna be a change. Whatever you think it's like, however easy you think it is, it ain't that easy. Whatever difficulty you think you're gonna have, you'll probably have with a Frenchie. They're very particular dogs. So we'll get into that, get into the rundown here in a moment. But first, let's find Zeke a chew toy. I feel comfortable letting him on the floor because he's all vaccinated and dewormed. Go ahead, buddy. He's like, what is this huge doorway? You first. All right, me first. When it comes to the natural chew toys, they're usually like right here. And I want a deer antler. Doggy chews. It used to be like deer antlers too, but apparently not anymore. He's loving all the smells, dog. I just detailed my car too. He got me out here sweating, y'all. When I say I'm sweating, I'm fresh, right? I might look fresh, but I'm sweating. Man, has the quality gone down over the years for Barkworthies? Oh, there we go. This is what I'm talking about. Boom. You see that? That is a elk antler. This is what he needs right here for those little teeth. Puppy, small. How much is this thing? We'll find out in a second. Oh, 14 bucks. Let me see. Do you like this? Zeke, look. Do you like this? He's like, pick me up. Zeke. He's listening to the birds. Zeke, pay attention. Do you like this? Would you chew on that? You like the way it smells. Would you chew on it? If you bite it, you can have it. Come on, Zeke. You don't want this? All right, he's gotta have some type of chew toy. I can't have him chewing all over everything. Like, he's been chewing on like the baseboards. He has to chew on something. I'm not getting one of these bones. I learned my lesson with that. Those make dogs throw up really bad. Buffalo, what is this? Buffalo horn small. Zeke, what do you think about that? Is that better? Uh-oh. Okay, y'all. I put both of them in front of Zeke. He likes this one between the two. Look, you see that? And honestly, I think that this is gonna mess his stomach up. It's kind of soft, and we all know that French Bulldogs have extremely sensitive stomachs. We don't want to mess his stomach up by mistake. Zeke, come. Come on, boy. Come get it. Come get your toy. Now let's go home. All right, y'all. I wish I would have charged my microphone for this, but let's just do a quick little talk here. I know y'all can hear me. Sound bounces off of these walls pretty well. But my first week with Zeek. All right, so if you just got a French Bulldog, you might be watching this, trying to figure out, what is it like having a French Bulldog for the first time? And I'm the right person to ask because this is my first time owning a small dog at all. Every dog I've ever owned has been like 50 to 70 pounds. And honestly, getting a puppy, I knew that I'd be going into like dog dad mode, potty training and things like that. And I can't lie. To me, it's been easy to handle. But I'm gonna tell you some of the things you need to look out for, right? Because not everybody's like me. I can only tell my truth. So some of the things you need to look out for when you first get your French Bulldog. Number one, the food change. Unless you buy the exact same food that the breeder has been feeding the dogs, you're gonna have some blowouts. You're gonna have some diarrhea. The dog, I've seen online and heard online that they vomit. He's never vomited. He has at the very least, he has that strong of a stomach. But he does have some diarrhea. He's only been here since Saturday. So right now it's coming up on a week. It's been 6 days, and that's 6 days on new food with 2 bouts of diarrhea. So that's not bad. He kind of transitioned pretty well, but just be aware of that. If that breeder was feeding him Royal Canin, if the breeder the breeder that I got Zeek from was feeding them Costco brand, and then you switch them over to something high protein like Bully Max, it's gonna affect them in a way. They're gonna love the food. They're gonna eat it like they're greedy. It's like, oh my God, it's the best thing ever, but they'll probably end up having diarrhea. So keep that in mind and remember that and be prepared for it. Speaking of being prepared when it comes to diarrhea and dogs using the bathroom, I'm gonna make a new video. The next video after this one is gonna be how to potty train your dog. And you gotta find a system. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'll show you all my system in the next video. It's a little late. I'm not gonna film the system right now, but you have to have a system in order to train and teach your dog where and when to poop and pee. And I mean, that's some of the best advice I can give. Have a system. Watch my next video and I'll show you the system. I'm really tempted to give you some tidbits right now. Here's what I'll say and I'll move to the next point. Be sure to let them out at least 4 to 5 times a day. Be prepared to let this dog outside to pee and poop 4 to 5 times a day. If you can't commit to that, if you're not working from home, don't do it. Don't get one of these because they require a lot of attention. Here's the next thing about that. Why does the dog require a lot of attention and why do you have to keep taking it out so often? So Zeek is like any puppy, right? He's always looking for food. He's always looking for something to eat. They will eat their own shit. I hate to say that. I know that sounds gross. These dogs will eat their own poop. If you leave them unattended, unspoken for, and they just took a shit in the corner or pooped right on their puppy pad like they're supposed to, he's gonna eat it. They're gonna eat it. It still smells like food to them. Puppies are always searching for some type of nutrition. And I mean, just to be real, I don't know if you guys have ever seen this. I know it might sound gross, but anybody watching this, you're dog people. You know what I'm about to say. Or you don't have a problem with what I'm about to say. Have you ever been to a dog park? And have you ever seen these small to medium sized dogs? They eat poop all the time. All the time. You might take a dog on the walk, first walk of the day, and they're sniffing around, they find something in the grass, and it's like, what is that? What do you have in your mouth? I've seen this one video on TikTok. I didn't like it because it was nasty, But literally, this lady had a Shih Tzu, and she had him right by the neck, like drop it, telling him to drop it, and it freeze framed. And the dog had a giant turd in his mouth, just like a half frozen, dry turd off the ground. So dogs do that. So that's why you need to monitor them. Monitor them. I'll also say this, y'all. This is just a recommendation. You don't have to listen to me, right? You don't have to listen to me. I'm a guy who bought a Frenchie, and I've had 6 days with him. And, you know, I have advice for you, but you don't have to listen to this. But I will say, these dogs are not for your child. Don't buy your kid a Frenchie thinking that your kid is going to take care of it. They require so much more attention than a child can give them. I remember being 11 or 12 years old, and my mother came home with a chow chow named Tiger. And he was so much responsibility for my brother and I, 11 and 13 years old, taking care of a chow chow puppy. He had special food. You had to chop up turkey hot dogs into his food. It was just so much. A Frenchie, though, it's like you have to watch them so much, because after they poop, they can't reach back and clean their own butts. See, that's another thing. I know it sounds disgusting, but a normal sized dog can lick its own butt. Doesn't that sound gross? But it's true. Like Sheba is 70 pounds. Y'all know Sheba, my other dog. She can lick her own butt. I don't have to wipe it, right? These dogs can't. Like his neck doesn't go that far back, so I have to clean and wipe his butt. And until he's got that intestinal flora down pat, until he's got the probiotics in his system enough to help him digest, he's gonna have soft poop, and I'm gonna have to wash his butt. So there's that. That's another thing. And honestly, last but not least, I would say my first week with a French Bulldog has taught me that these dogs are clingy. This is a Velcro dog. You see what he's doing, right? It zoom in on that. It took him, 2 seconds to fall asleep. He's already asleep. His eyes are closed. If he was a cat, he'd be purring right now. These dogs are Velcro dogs. And honestly, I like it. I bought him for a reason, because I wanted a dog that could go with me anywhere. And he literally can do that. I brought him into every grocery store. I brought him into every gas station stop, every Wawa. He's with me 24/7, right? And people love him. No one's asking any questions. No one's saying anything. No one's, hey, why is that dog in here? No one's looking twice, right? If anything, they're just like, oh, what a cute dog. Great. You feel me? And I can take my dog anywhere. That was the point. But they are true Velcro dogs. The screaming. I probably put the clip at the beginning of this. But I left him alone for about 30 minutes. And this is what happened. So as you guys can see in that clip, he was in a baby cradle. And it's kind of funny to think about it now, but it was perfect timing. I found this baby cradle. One of my neighbors was throwing it away, and I'm like, okay, maybe I could keep him right by the bed in the baby cradle. But what I found is that, dogs are better kept in enclosed spaces, especially a dog like Zeek. He wanted to jump out of that thing so bad. If I wasn't right next to him and he couldn't see me, he was screaming. And these dogs don't bark. They scream. They scream, and it does sound like an actual scream. Like, if you scream right now, scream. That's what a Frenchie sounds like. And then Zeek has this thing where he howls. I don't know if all Frenchies do that. It's just funny to me, because every time I see him do it, he looks so pathetic. It's like I'm not going anywhere. Like, I'm not leaving you, bro. Like, I'm right here, and he's just howling, like calling to the moon, praying somebody comes back, And Oh my God. Sheba has never done that, by the way. My dog Sheba, she is a pit bull, American Bulldog mix. Never once ever has she howled. But Zeek, I'm talking about like third day, just howling at the moon. And I tried to get him to like mimic that. Like I've tried to like howl at him and see if he would howl back. It doesn't work like that. He only does it if he's stressed out. So far, you know, that's so far the only time he does it. But anyway, y'all, that's all I got. You know, basically a little recap. Frenchies are Velcro dogs. They will stick to you like glue, and they have separation anxiety, to say the least. So you got to really work on that. Number 2, have a system. Have a system to take this dog outside and commit to taking this dog out 5 times a day, bro. Like, if you can't, I don't think this is the dog for you. Number 3, this is not for kids, bro. Like, these dogs are not for your child to raise up. This is gonna be an adult responsibility. This is like a baby. You're gonna have to wipe their butt, constantly wipe their paws, constantly keep them clean, because they don't know the difference between the ground and the pee that they just put on the ground, and poop and food. And oh yeah, number 5 or number 4, whatever, monitor them while they poop. Don't let them eat their own poop, because they will. Like, and I'll just add another thing, right? If you have to deworm your Frenchie, because I had to deworm coming from the breeder. If you have to deworm, don't let them watch that dog, because somewhere along the lines in their psychology, they believe that they're losing nutrients when they poop. And then they're going searching for the nutrients as if they're not going to eat again. They don't know if they're going to eat again. They're puppies. They don't understand. They don't have a schedule. We have the schedule. They're learning the schedule. So they're going to go and eat the poop that the dewormer just cleared out of their body, and then reinfect themselves with a worm. So you got to be careful. Luckily, Zeek didn't have any worms. He didn't have any worms. The dewormer did its thing. It cleared him out, but nothing came out in the poop. There were no worms. So got lucky with that. So anyway, y'all, thank you for tuning in. This has been my first week with a Frenchie puppy. And damn, I learned a lot. This has been a journey so far. It's been fun, really fun. And I can't wait to continue this. Like this video, comment down below, let me know, what was your first week like with your Frenchie? Are you just watching this in the hopes of getting one and you don't know what it's gonna be like? Comment a question, maybe I can answer it for you. Also, if you have advice for me, I'm open to advice. You know, my ears are wide open. It's my first time owning a very small dog. So talk to me in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel. Come back for more of me and Zeek. The next video will be about how to potty train your French Bulldog. And the links down below are all the products that I bought for Zeek. Everything from the dewormer to his bed to his harness. He's got a nice fancy harness that's just a little too big for him, so he's not wearing it right now. To the puppy pads, it's all there. Click down below. Follow him on Instagram. You're following Zeek, you're not following me. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Gone.